I'm Tom Johnson, Thomas Johnson Antique Furniture Restoration in Gorham, Maine. This is a nice Biedermeier chair from the first half of the 19th century, from Europe, from Germany, Austria, that range there. It's a very nice chair, one of the set. It's got a beautiful horsehair seat. Obviously, this piece has broken off, so it's got to be repaired. And then the finish itself, it's got some kind of damage. When I see all this spotting, I always think of it as water damage. So I'm going to repair it and see if we can polish the finish up. First thing we want to do is get this seat taped off. You know, I just realized the seat's a slip seat. Comes right off. It's funny, it just didn't look like a slip seat to me. I thought it was a fully upholstered. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so I've got to figure out how I'm going to clamp this into position. And I'm thinking I might cut some strips of wood with a little sandpaper on them that I can clamp on either sides of this crack, front and back, and then use those to bring this together. I'm applying a double sticky back to one side of these blocks. Okay, let's glue it up. Yeah, I'm really liking this old brown glue, which is pre-mixed hide glue. You still have to heat it though. Now, part of this break was a loose veneer down in there, so I got to get a clamp. I got to get some pressure down in there too. Oh boy, that went together really well. I won't know for sure until we get the clamps off, but it certainly looks good. Well, the old brown glue had a great open time, and for those of you at home who are keeping score, there's 14 clamps on this thing. Okay, the big reveal. All right, now to remove these blocks. So I'll use some paint thinner and a little brush to loosen these blocks that are held with a double sticky back. This one's held by glue. There we go. Yeah, this really came together well. I'm going to get a damp rag and take this glue off. And this is just hot water from the tap. This crack went together really well. Down here, you know, I can feel that. But here's the thing. I really worked hard to get these together as close as possible because you can't sand this surface. Even this unevenness here that I feel here, I'm just going to leave that. I may put a little wax in there, and then I'm going to polish this chair to bring up the sheen. If you sand these areas, it'll be darker and it will never ever blend in. So the next step is I'm going to clean the entire chair. I think this upper section is going to polish up fine. I'm more concerned about this mottled area. I want to see what happens there. The fact that this mottling seems to go away when it's wet with the cleaner is really good. So when I polish it, hopefully it will be gone. Now I want to wax in, or use a little wax rather, on the cracks where I glued up this crest rail. And you know, often I use the low heat wax sticks that you use the hot knives for, but you can also use wax sticks like these Minwax wax sticks that you just rub in. You can heat them up a little bit, warm them up in your hands if you need to, and then you just rub them in. Okay, I'm anxious to pad these legs where all that mottled area was and see if it will go away. I like using this padding lacquer. That's great. The mottling seems to have gone away just like when it was wet. We'll let this dries really rapidly. I mean, I'll let it dry a few minutes. I don't think the mottling is going to come back. This mottling is resisting going away. Maybe I'll add a little more finish to the mix. It seems like the secret to getting rid of the discolored and mottled areas is to lay down kind of a heavy coat of the Lubricite padding lacquer, too much in fact, but then that seems to dissolve and amalgamate whatever's there. And then I'm letting that dry, going over it lightly with a Scotch-Brite gray pad, and then padding it again, and it seems to come out great. Really, this was the worst area, and it's really a lot better. Not 100%, but 95% better. Okay, I've let that dry for a little while, an hour or so, and I'm still going to go over it with 4/0 steel wool and my beeswax orange oil polish. That'll just help mellow out the shine a little bit. It is one of the set. Okay, a nice little side chair. I'm calling it a Biedermeier chair. I'm not sure what this style of chair is anymore. The more research I did, the more confusing it became, because it's got a sticker on it that says made in Italy. You remember, this whole side of the crush rail was broken off. That's repaired. It went back together really well. And then the finish was kind of modeled, and I think I improved it quite a bit. I didn't want to go too far. This is one of a set. It's got to match the rest of the chairs. I think it looks pretty good. I hope you liked the video, and if you did, please subscribe and like, and be sure to hit the bell icon so that you'll be notified when I put out a new video.